guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. This is my fourth and final, in a way, bucket list video. I have done a bucket list video for all 4 seasons, well, 3 seasons, and now concluding with summer. Today is June 14th, and technically the first day of summer starts on the 21st, I believe, but in my book it actually starts on like June 1st, like June, July, August. To me, that is summer. But I'm a teacher and today was actually my last day of school, so I've been a little bit busy and hadn't had time to film it just yet, so forgive me. But now I'm on my summer break, so this is where my bucket list comes into play. Quick description of the bucket list concept. I feel like life is a party if you make it a party. Like, life really does offer so much to celebrate, and there are so many times to do fun things and to celebrate like the small things, and I'm just like so into that. I'm just so into having fun every week and like doing the stuff you have to do, but like also having fun and celebrating. And so I feel like oftentimes the years pass by so fast, and the months and the weeks, all that, go by so fast that you might have a concept of like, oh, this summer we're gonna do this or that, or whatever season, this month we're gonna do this or we're gonna do that, and then you just don't do it and time just passes by. So this is my way of kind of like holding myself accountable, I guess, and like actually putting it down on paper, like what I want to do, and then like planning them into my weeks. So this bucket list is a little lofty. I feel like it's a little bit big. It's a little ambitious. My other 3 ones, I can link them down below. I think I started with fall and then winter and then spring. I did accomplish most everything on every single one of those lists. I think there may have been like 1 or 2 items off each list that I didn't quite get to, but that's okay. Aim high, you know, you might not quite meet the mark, but like shoot high. And I think these lists can also be kind of used year after year after year, because they're kind of like the same concept. I don't know, we'll see, but I'm just gonna like go into the list. It's long, like I mentioned. One of these things I did already do, so check 1. I'm happy about that, and that was to make s'mores. I feel like that's a very summery thing, is like bonfires and fire pits and s'mores, and they were delicious, and I would not be opposed to having more s'mores throughout the summer. Okay, the second thing, and these are also in no order, just FYI. The second thing on my bucket list is actually to have a Thanksgiving this summer. So some background, one of my good friends, Lauren, her family has a tradition where they do Thanksgiving every year, twice a year, one on actual Thanksgiving Day, and then one, I think it's either in like May or June. And I love that because Thanksgiving food is my favorite, or one of my favorites, and I just love that holiday, and it only happens once a year. Like, think about it, pumpkin pie is one of the best things on this earth. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. And you only get it once a year. Like, what's up with that, you know? So doing it twice a year, like every 6 months-ish, would be just kind of a fun way to like have an excuse to have friends round, and like, I don't know, I just think that'll be fun. I've never made a turkey or anything like that, but I feel like we could do it potluck style, and as long as I have sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry, and like pumpkin pie, like I will be a happy camper. So I think it'll be fun. The third thing on my bucket list is, oh, and we kind of already did this last week if you watched my weekend vlog, but it was a bit of a fail because the gas in the grill went out, so I would like to do this again. And it's simply just to grill like a whole meal. So maybe like grill a fun appetizer, grill the entree, grill the dessert. I was reading my latest Food Network magazine, and it had a whole section talking about things you might not have thought about grilling before, and that you can like wrap different foods up in tin foil and then put the tin foil on the grill, and you can make like a s'more that way, or you could do like different grilled fruits and different grilled, I don't know. So like, I just think that would be kind of fun, or like grilled pizzas, things like that. Like, not just your traditional grilled foods, but really like get creative with it and make it like a little fun night. Also, that one is pretty dependent on Travis, because I don't know how to grill. I could learn, but the fourth thing on my summer bucket list is to go on one of the Portland like river boat cruise things. If you didn't know, I live in Portland, Oregon, and so it's called, a nickname of Portland is Bridgetown. There's a lot of bodies of water, and there's lots of bridges, and there's one big river that separates the east side from the west side of the city, and I think it's called the Portland Spirit, and it's like this big cool boat, or it looks cool anyway. I don't exactly know what it does. I don't know if there's like food and drink on the boat or if you just ride the boat. I don't really know, but I would like to go on some type of boat or device or something in the river. I just think that would be fun and cool and like a way to maximize my city. You know what I'm saying? Fifth on my list also has to do with Portland, and that is to have dinner, appetizers, drinks, whatever, at the Portland City Grill. I've never been there, but I've heard about it. It's like a fancy restaurant in downtown, and it's like up top on a building, and it has like gorgeous views of the city. I'm not totally married to Portland City Grill, although I do want to go there at some point. I would be down to check out like another rooftop downtown, but I basically just want to have, like I said, dinner or drinks or appetizers or all of that on a rooftop in downtown. Summer really is the best time of year in Portland. Portland's great, I love it, but it certainly rains here a lot. It certainly is gray and dark here a lot, and it's much colder than the other two states I've lived in, Arizona and California. And so this is like the best time. This is the time to really thrive and make the most of the city, because unlike those other two states, it is actually a lot cooler here during this time of year, like around 80, whereas in Arizona, you don't even want to know how hot it is. And then California, I mean, it has its days, but it can get hotter than it does here. So rooftop, take in the views, have some things to consume, whatever they are, and just have fun. Okay, the sixth one on my bucket list, this was actually a rollover from my spring bucket list. So I did even put a question mark next to it because I don't know if I'll be able to make it happen, but it would be to go see a baseball game. So I wanted to do this in the spring. I really wanted to go see a Mariners game up in Seattle, and like the Angels, who are from Anaheim, which is Travis's team, and we both used to live there, were playing the Mariners, and I thought that would be super cool, but it didn't happen. So I threw it on there because if we can make it happen, that would be great. I mean, unfortunately, there's not a pro team here in Oregon, so that kind of makes it a little more challenging. And I don't like baseball enough to like go to a high school game. I guess school's out now too, but I don't know. I just feel like it would have to be a pro game. So it would have to be like Seattle would be the closest. Or if we took a trip to California, we could, I don't know. Or Arizona, the Diamondbacks, my hometown, my home team. So that's on there, but we'll see. We'll see if we can do it. Seventh on my back to school, what am I saying? I'm reading the list. Okay, the next thing on my summer bucket list is actually to go back to school shopping, which is kind of funny, but I'm a teacher, so I do have like summer break and then you go back to school. And I, like, back to school shopping was basically the highlight of my summer when I was a kid. Not really, but I mean, like, that was for sure the silver lining to having to go back to school. And so I just think that would be fun. I am definitely a fan of shopping, and so like I shop all the time, but just to have like a proper, like when I was little and I would go with my mom and we would specifically go and look for outfits for school, and you know, like I want to buy useful stuff like teaching clothes and stuff like that. And like, it'll be fall, which I'm still building my wardrobe for the weather here. So back to school shopping. The eighth thing on my summer bucket list is to make 4th of July cocktails. I have been making cocktails the last couple weekends, like properly using the shaker and looking up recipes and stuff, and it's been a lot of fun. And I just want to make, like, I don't know what, but some type of red, white, and or blue festive fun cocktail. 9 is to make something with berries. There's like, berries are in season and they sell berries like all around here, so I want to make a fresh dessert, like a pie, a cobbler, a shortcake, something like that. For 10, I want to do something really fun for 4th of July. I really like 4th of July. I want to see fireworks. I looked up a couple things in the city. There's something going on called the Waterfront Blues Festival that weekend. I'm assuming that means down by the river, like the one I was talking about, that I want to ride in a boat on. So yeah, just find something fun and festive where I can wear red, white, and blue and, like, I don't know, seize the day. Number 12 on my bucket list is to have waterfront cocktails and appetizers. So similar to my rooftop, I also want to do this on the waterfront. This would actually be a different river though. There's a river that separates Oregon from Washington, and it's that away. We actually live really close to it, and there's a few cool little restaurants and stuff that are like on docks, like literally right on the water. So we went last year a couple times and it's just fun. So I want to go again. Number 13, I feel like this is on my bucket list every season, every month, all the time, and it is to go to Salt and Straw. Salt and Straw is like the famous ice cream place here. Ice cream is good all the time, but especially in the summer when it's hot, right? So number 14 is to go on a hike. Oregon is known for, or the Pacific Northwest in general, for like so many beautiful hikes and just so much beautiful nature. I can't say it enough. The weather is the best time right now, or yeah. What am I saying? The weather is at its best right now, so I want to hike. I'm not like the biggest hiker, but I want to do it. I did one last year that was super pretty, so I want to do another one. Number 15 would be kind of fun, I think, and it would be to go to the batting cages. I just want to like get out and do a fun activity, and that sounds fun to me. Number 16 would be to go to the Oregon Zoo and or an aquarium. I don't know a specific aquarium that they have out here, but there's probably one, and I think that those would be fun activities. I'm all about that activity life, if you couldn't tell. I like to just do things. For 17, I have to try 5 new restaurants. So to like check them off as I go. Portland is one of the country's like food capitals. There are so many amazing restaurants, and there are honestly not that many chain restaurants here. Like there are a few, like they do exist, but they're known for having like really unique restaurants. And I have about 100 of them bookmarked on an Instagram page. Like I always bookmark ones that I want to try. And so I want to try at least 5. Number 18 is to go to a cooking class. We did one back in, I think it was like January or February. It was like a belated cash in of an anniversary gift I had gotten for Travis, and it was the most fun thing ever. It was at a really cool place. So I don't know, either I want to go back to that place. I definitely want to go back to that place, but if it's not available, I want to try. I don't know. I just think cooking classes, that's like a great date night. It's a great social, it's a great activity. And I like to learn how to cook and stuff, so cooking class. Number 19, similar to trying new restaurants, I want to explore at least 3 neighborhoods. Another thing that Portland is known for, or at least it's what I know it for, is that there are just a lot of really cool neighborhoods and areas, and there will be like a certain street where there's just like a ton of restaurants, coffee shops, little like retail shops, like movie theaters, like random stuff. And one of my favorite things about Portland actually is that I feel like you could literally just drive aimlessly without even knowing where you're going, and you would more than likely stumble upon a street that looks cool, that looks intriguing, that looks like it has 2 to 5 places that you're like, oh, I want to go there. And so I would like to do that in at least 3 neighborhoods. Some of them I already like know of, and I just maybe want to explore more or spend more time in. But like, I'm also not opposed to just, like I said, literally driving aimlessly until I find a cool neighborhood to check out. Number 20 is to spend at least 1 day at the coast. The ocean is like an hour and a half. I mean, it depends like what part you go to. Travis's family's beach house is about 90 minutes to 2 hours away. My aunt and uncle live on a different part of the coast. It's about 3 hours away. It is beautiful. It's definitely not like the California beaches, but it's beautiful nonetheless. And with it being so close, I feel like we got to spend a day at the coast. Number 21 is to go take a trip to Seattle. I recently went for the Taylor Swift concert, and I really do love Seattle. Like, and it's right there. It's like so close, you know what I mean? I had never been before in my whole life before about a year ago. I've now been 3 times, not really extensively. Like I've kind of been for like the day and then like for one night, whatever, but it's really not that far. And if me and Travis can use our flight benefits, then it's literally a 30-minute flight. So I would love to go shopping around downtown, go to Pike Place, like just do all the stuff. I really like Seattle, and I just want to spend more time there. Number 22 is an ambitious one, but I really want to make it happen. I really do. And this is to take a trip to Mexico. I'm 29 years old and I've never left the country, and I can't even express to you like, that makes me so sad. Like I lived in Arizona and I've never been to Mexico. Now I live in Portland, which is like Northern Oregon, and I've never been to Canada, much less Europe or like anywhere else that's really far away. And so I've had a passport since I was like a senior in college. That's because once upon a time I thought I was going to go study abroad, so I like got the passport, ended up working at Disneyland instead of studying abroad. So anyhow, I would just be like, I would feel like such a dummy if I let that passport expire without having any stamps in it. So yeah, I'm gonna need to go out of the country. And I just feel like that would be fun for me and Travis to go to Mexico. We do have flight benefits, so let's take advantage of that. I bought a couple cute swimsuits at Forever 21, which surprised me that they were like so cute and fit so well. And anyway, I want to go to Mexico. I don't really care where because I don't really know anything about it. 23 is another like activity-based thing, and I would like to go to an arcade. I think there's a place here that I heard about called Quarter World, and I think it's kind of like an arcade bar. I don't know. I hope there's a bar in there. You know, like a place where there's like arcades and games and drinks, and I just think that would be so much fun, so I want to do it. Some of these are like such dumb explanations, like, I'm sorry, you get it, right? Like, I want to go to an arcade because I just do. Moving on. 24 is to go fishing. That's mostly on there for Travis, and he's been going. Like, he already fishes all the time. Like, that's his favorite thing. I went with him a few times last summer, and it's fun. I mean, I think it would be something where like he's mostly doing it, but it is nice to sit out by the water. I could maybe take a book, get a nice tea or something, and just kind of enjoy the sunshine. Number 25 is to go swimming. We live in a neighborhood where there's like a community pool, and I repeat, the weather here is really not that conducive to outdoor swimming about 9 months out of the year, and so maybe 8 months out of the year. And so now that it is conducive to that, like, I need to get myself over there wearing my cute swimsuits and like maybe some tanning lotion. Like, I need to swim. Number 26 is to go to Cascade, which is a brewery here. They do all sour beers, which is my jam. I absolutely love sour beers, and I love Cascade. I'm really not a beer person at all. I'll drink it, but I much prefer wine or cocktails. So with that said, Cascade is right up my alley, and I want to go there. They have a like cherry tart and like a pumpkin tart during the fall. They have like so many different types of tart beers. It's great. Similar to that would be to get the blackberry cider that they have at Edgefield, McMenamin's Edgefield. I think they have it at other McMenamin's locations too. They have it seasonally, and that is their summer cider, and it is so good. We got it last year and we have not stopped thinking about it since, so gotta make sure we get that while it's out. Number 28, another slightly ambitious one, but also not, and that's that I want to remodel our bathrooms. Mostly our downstairs guest bathroom. Also, this is not gonna be a full-blown remodel. I have plans for like every corner of this house. Like, I became a home decor psychopath as soon as I moved into this house. I'm obsessed. I love spending time on Instagram accounts and blogs and websites and in stores, like hunting down things, finding inspiration, finding deals, finding dupes for high-end. Like, I feel like I'm an interior designer in a past life. I don't know if I'm actually great at it. I think so, because I like my style, but point being, I am very fixated, and I have been collecting things over the past, honestly, year probably, but you know, more recently in the last few months more so, to do like a mini remodel on the bathrooms. I want to start with painting them. I want to switch up some hardware. I got a new mirror for downstairs that's a round mirror and super cute. I got a new light fixture from CB2. I got like a cute thing to put above the toilet. Like just, I got Opal House, like the Target Opal House wallpaper, because I want to do like an accent wall in the downstairs bathroom. Like, I want to do actual construction type stuff where we like redo the shower, redo the floor. Like, I want to go there, but for now, this would be a little bit more of like a cosmetic facelift that I really do think will make it look so cool and cute. And I already have most of the pieces that I want. I think there's a couple more things I need to get, and then it's just like the execution piece. So yeah, I want to like remodel the bathrooms, a mini remodel. Number 29 on my summer bucket list is to go on like walks with Travis more often. I'm finding now that it's a common theme in this bucket list that this all has to do with the weather. Another thing I didn't mention of why it's so amazing here this time of year, I think just because geographically where we are in the Pacific Northwest, the sun does not set until like between 9 and 10 p.m. and it is glorious. I love light. I'm the girl that watches movies with the lights on. I love light. I hate it when it gets dark at 4 p.m. in the winter. Like, it literally messes with my psyche. I can't stand it. So this is my time to shine, like literally. So it just feels so good that it's like, you just feel like you can do so much, and it's just so like happy. I don't know. So I want to take advantage of that, and I just like feel like we could go on after dinner walks just around the neighborhood, just like get out, be in the fresh air, spend time together. So number 30 is something that I read about on a blog because Little Miss Researcher over here, and I need to look more into it. I'm pretty sure it's out of McMenamin's facility, and it's called 90s Night, and I think they do it like every week, and I think it's downtown. Again, I need to do more research, but it's like, I don't know, I think it's just like they have it every however often, and there's like a slight different theme every time, but it's always 90s, and so they play 90s music and there's dancing and drinks, and I just think it would be super fun to check out. Like, the 90s, in my opinion, are the best decade of all time. I got the pleasure of experiencing all 10 of those years, so I'm trying to like go to that. Number 31 is a little ambiguous, but it's just the concept of like summer Fridays. That's a thing you hear. I know a lot of companies, well, I don't know about a lot, but they let their employees out early, like every Friday in the summer, things like that. Like, summer is just a happy time. I know a lot of places that have crappy weather. I'm now understanding why summer is like such a big deal, I think, in like other states. And summer Fridays, it's just kind of this concept that like, it's Friday, it's summer, it's like a time to seize the day and make the most of it. And so for me personally, I think what I want to do to treat myself on Summer Friday is to like go get a new coffee drink every week from like there's so many coffee shops here. Like, there's Starbucks obviously, but there are like a million little mom and pop type places and local places. And so I just think it would be fun to get like a new coffee drink every week, like I said, to just really get my day going and like just make the most of it. And my favorite blogger, I feel like I mention her all the time. One of my favorite bloggers, her name is Jessica, and she does, the blog is called How Sweet Eats. She has this whole series on her blog about Summer Fridays, and she's super passionate about it too. I should link it down below because it's so fun. Like the way she describes it is like exactly how I feel. She's just like, I love summer and I want to make the most of it. I don't know, like live life to the fullest. Read the blog. It just makes you feel happy, and like, she embodies what I'm trying to embody, which is living life to the fullest. The last thing on my summer bucket list, number 32, is also a rollover from the spring one, and that is to have a proper English tea. But specifically, I found a place on the west side, I think, that does a Harry Potter, well, they do different themed events like every month, and in July the theme is Harry Potter, and that was partially why I put off doing this tea until like the summer bucket list, because I was like, okay, Harry Potter themed tea, like if I'm gonna go to tea and I have the opportunity for a Harry Potter themed tea, like, you know, so I want to do that. And if you don't know what high tea is, it's like the English thing where you have tea, which I actually don't even really care about the tea. I just like the experience. And then there's like sandwiches and scones, which, whoo! And then there's like little sweets, and I don't know. I just wanted Harry Potter. I can't emphasize it enough. So that is my summer bucket list. I'm sure that this was probably the longest video out of the 4 bucket lists that I have, but that's because this is the longest list, because summer is fabulous. And I'm ready to tackle this list. So please leave any comments, questions, suggestions down below. What are you guys getting up to this summer? Any fun vacations planned? Do you have a bucket list? I have actually seen several blogs, like the Every Girl, How Sweet Eats, maybe a couple others that have listed summer bucket lists. So I'm not alone with this whole concept of like seizing opportunities to do fun things. I just did it for all 4 seasons. So I encourage you guys to make a bucket list. It's really, really fun. Please subscribe if you like this type of video. I do have like lots of chit chat stuff with you guys, but I talk a lot about life and beauty and home decor and perfume and all kinds of things. So it would mean the world to me. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon. Love you.